Someone sends you a one-word reply. Just, okay. And in less than 10 seconds, your mind turns that one word into a problem that probably doesn't even exist. Did I say something wrong? Are they upset with me? Why didn't they say okay like they normally do? Now you're replaying the conversation, then the one before that, then the moment they paused before replying. Meanwhile, they've already moved on. But you're still there, feeling something you can't even explain. And here's the part that's harder to admit. This isn't just overthinking. This is something your brain has been doing automatically for years. People will tell you to stop taking things personally, like it's that simple, like you can just switch it off. But that advice never really works, does it? Because what's happening inside you isn't a habit, it's a pattern. And people who take things personally aren't weak. They're just noticing things most people ignore. The problem is, their brain doesn't know what to ignore. Here's what's actually happening. Your brain has a system designed to protect you. It's constantly scanning for threats, not just physical ones, but social ones too. Rejection, disapproval, being misunderstood. And the dangerous part? Your brain doesn't clearly separate the two. A real threat and a maybe something felt off threat can trigger the same reaction. So when someone replies differently or their tone shifts slightly, your brain reacts instantly, before logic even has a chance to catch up. And you felt that small shift in your chest, before you even know why. At some point, you learned that other people's emotions matter. A lot. Maybe too much. You learned to read faces, tone, silence, because not knowing how someone felt didn't feel safe. So you adapted. You became someone who notices everything. And now, you still do it. But now it shows up as this quiet question. What did I do? Even when you did nothing. You're very aware of yourself. Not in an ego way, in a I'm constantly checking how I come across way. So when something feels off, your brain immediately asks, what does this say about me? Not what's going on with them. That's the shift. Your brain tells stories, fast ones. Someone doesn't reply, and within minutes, you've already imagined what it means, what they feel, what went wrong, what's about to happen next. And this is where it becomes dangerous, because the story feels real, even when it isn't. Think about this for a second. How many times were you completely sure someone was upset with you, and later found out they weren't? They were just busy, or tired, or distracted. But your brain didn't wait for that information. It filled in the gap on its own. When you feel rejected, you don't just think it, you feel it. That drop in your chest, that heaviness, that's real. Your brain processes social rejection almost like physical pain. So when someone says you're overreacting, they don't understand that for you, it actually hurt. You don't just hear things, you analyze them, layer by layer. Someone says something simple, and your mind goes, what did they really mean? Sometimes you're right, but sometimes there was nothing there at all. And that's the exhausting part. You treat everything like it matters equally, even when it doesn't. Let me ask you something. If someone you care about felt everything this deeply, would you call them too sensitive? Or would you say they just feel more than most people? So why is it different when it's you? You're not just reacting. You're protecting something. Your value, your place in relationships, your sense of being accepted. Every reaction is your brain saying this matters. The problem is, it says that about everything. And this costs you more than you realize. Time, energy, peace. You replay moments that lasted seconds for hours. You sit with people, but part of your mind is somewhere else. And slowly, people start holding back around you. Not because they don't care, but because they don't know what will hurt you. And that part hurts the most. But here's the truth. The same thing that makes you take things personally is the same thing that makes you notice more, care more, feel more. You weren't built wrong. You were built aware. You just never learned what deserves your attention and what doesn't. You feel deeply. And yes, that means you get hurt more easily. But it also means you experience things most people never even notice. And maybe the goal isn't to feel less. Maybe it's to stop assuming everything is about you. Because the moment you learn that, everything changes. If this felt a little too accurate, you're exactly who this channel is for. Subscribe and start understanding your mind instead of fighting it.